ॐ तव कथामृतं तप्तजीवनं कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः. We are discussing regarding Sri Ramakrishna telling, before you give lecture, before you teach others, see that you enshrine God in your heart. The main thing we have to remember is not the teaching, but the ego that the man possesses. Suppose I don't have this sense I am teaching others, but I am presenting something to, I know whatever I know and what is authentic scriptural knowledge. I am giving them without bearing the ego. I am teacher. What is going to harm is not teaching, but the I that makes me think I have become perfect or I am higher than the other. Suppose I want to give something to a beggar. I want to do dana to someone. If I possess the sense, I am a giver, he is a receiver, I am at higher end, he is at lower end, then the problem comes. It no more becomes a dana. I, with all humility, with all love and compassion, truly feeling his need, when I give, it becomes dana. Similarly, when you teach without ego, just you are giving what is found in the scriptures, you are giving. That's why in the scriptures, in Taittiriya Upanishad, you see that Swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramaditavyam. Regarding Swadhyaya, studying, self-study, or study through the teacher. I am going to learn Bhagavad Gita or Upanishads from a teacher. Whatever I learn, without bearing the ego, I am the knower and he is the ignorant person. I am giving. I am giving, just like giving dana. Then it doesn't harm. It neither harms the receiver nor you, because the learning itself must have already softened you to be a media of presenting it from your guru to another person, just like you. He could not go to the teacher. I could go to the teacher. And I am just sharing with him. Sharing my knowledge is different from giving knowledge. The harm exists not in becoming a lecturer, teacher, but instead of sharing, if I say I am going to give you knowledge, then the problem comes. The ego obstructs my future development. Knowing scriptures, I must have already started my struggle to reach. That's why Sri Ramakrishna says, without realizing, he doesn't say, what can you achieve by merely learning and scholarship, lecturing and scholarship, without discrimination and dispassion, along with knowledge, gaining knowledge, along with scholarship, along with lecturing, you must possess also The humility, first thing what we need is humility, absence of ego. When I free from ego, then knowledge becomes a sharing. We are equal. I have received, I am giving you also, I am sharing with you. Then it becomes what I have learned, I have given away. That is the Swadhyaya Pravachanabhyam. I am receiving and giving. I am just an agent. I am making the knowledge flow down. And in knowledge sharing, what I must possess? Discrimination and renunciation. Without discrimination, dispassion, vairagya, viveka vairagya abhyam. What I need is viveka and vairagya. I am not attached to anything in this world. I am doing all my duties. I am offering my services, everything. It is dispassion. I am one with all, giving everything, sacrificing, but at the same time, I am not attached to anything. I am not running away. I am not disliking. I am there, but I am remaining like unattached. I always give the example of mango stone. When we eat mango, you can see the mango stone inside the seed. How it is, any amount of cleaning, still that smell and taste continues. It is sticking, the flesh is sticking to the seed. But if you open a chiku, sapota, you see the seed is separately sitting. It grew in that. It took all its nourishment to develop. But it is absolutely unattached. The moment you open, it falls down. So, can you remain in the world doing all your duties and developing yourself without that involvement, without attachment? This is dispassion. I am not attached to dispassion. And dispassion and then renunciation, that is discrimination. Discrimination is viveka. What is eternal, what is passing, temporary. Should I hold on to the passing events of life, or should I aspire for which is unchanging, eternal? Everything is changing. I want unchanging. I too want to enjoy. I too want peace and bliss, joy. But the joy which is momentary, I don't want. Peace which is momentary, I don't want. I want lasting peace. I want lasting joy, which is going to be there with me forever, because that is my real nature. I am aspiring for a thing which I am, but it is covered. I want to remove that cover and be what I am really. This humanhood, manhood, womanhood, childhood, all this we have to eliminate. See, we use the term Aham Brahmasmi, or thinking myself. Many times, very often I use the term, your existence independent of body. You always be aware of your existence independent of body. When you sleep, what you are. When you are in deep sleep, what you are. Can you be aware of that in waking state? Your spiritual existence. We have two existences, spiritual and bodily existence. From body, externalmost body, to the innermost self. All the layers, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya, all these coverings belong to Prakriti, nature. And the pure self is independent of all this. When I say, think of this, and then be aware of this, we think we are aware. I am Atman, I am independent of bodily, I have existence, as if we are contemplating always on Aham Brahmasmi. But suddenly if you view that what is that I? You see that you are limited, so much of limitation. I am aware of my age. A old man telling Aham Brahmasmi, a youth telling Aham Brahmasmi, and a child telling Aham Brahmasmi. There is, in the awareness, he has the age sense already established in age. Old man is sitting and telling Aham Brahmasmi, his old age he is aware of. That old age doesn't come into picture when there is your spiritual existence is good. It is independent of age, not only body. It is independent of all external things. I am independent of my age. Always when you say my existence independent of body, an important point you have to remember is eliminate age from your awareness. I have no age. I am neither old nor young. That then you are slowly, each aspect which is pertaining to body. I am neither man or woman. I am divine. So that I have to identify. Again, anything that is coming, I try to be Brahman, the Absolute. At the same time, I am slowly becoming aware, unconsciously. These bodily awarenesses I am trying to superimpose on Brahman. Instead of I being Brahman, I being identifying with Brahman, body, independent of body, I bodily things, I try unconsciously, unknowingly, I say I am Brahman and I am aware of I am man. If I am aware of I am aged, how it will be? So all the aspects, my relationship with this world, my duties and responsibilities, all are linked with bodily existence. The pure self has no gender, has no age. It is neither a child, nor an old man, nor middle. It has nothing. So we go on changing all these aspects of our existence. So the change, whatever is concerned with my bodily existence and even transmigration, I am going to leave this body, and when I sleep, in dream, my awareness of my all aspects of bodily existence continue. That also should not be there. None of the things connected with body should be there when I say I am Atman, I am Brahman. So all these qualities that are good and great are superimposed and slowly made to imbibe within me. When I am sharing knowledge with others, then I will see my understanding, my things are in such a way I have developed myself that humility, compassion, love for all beings, all these are feeling. Actually, anybody is suffering, I am suffering as if. So much of equality I develop. So these things make me eligible to share the knowledge. The sense of I am teaching, I am lecturing, I am big man, I am that ego, even the subtle ego of a teacher won't be there. So all this is the sense of this main thing Sri Ramakrishna says is get the Lord established in your heart. With God awareness of divine within you, or having realized God within you, all the good and great qualities, even the Ananta Kalyana, Guna Paripurna, you are going to keep in your heart. What do you lack in the virtues of human life? Even the virtues that are coveted by devatas are there within you the moment you enshrine God within you. So that Sri Ramakrishna wants, because the main purpose of human life is to realize God. If you could do that, what comes as obstruction to your evolution, Sri Ramakrishna is eliminating. Where all do we make mistake? Where does this ego present itself? Where does this bodily, insistence of bodily, why should you not enjoy woman and gold? Because it insists that you are body. It is natural, anything. But you have to transcend the nature and go beyond to realize God. Whatever makes you insist that you are body is eliminated. Whatever insists your ego, affirms your ego, is eliminated. This is Sri Ramakrishna is telling all this not because it is not natural or it is harmful in spiritual life. It is obstruction in your spirit. Remove that, you will enter into the life eternal of unending bliss and eternal peace. First of all, set up God in the shrine of your heart. What a beautiful understanding, you see. To make yourself, to make God enter into your heart and be there, means we have bodily existence, we have psychic existence, we have emotional existence. Whatever touches your heart is what enters into your awareness. Whatever touches in your mind will remain for some time in memory. Most of them will get eliminated in time. But what touches your heart remains in the awareness. And if it is pertaining to spiritual one, it enters into your awareness and remains there. All things that are pertaining to the world, which touches your heart, will be superimposition on your awareness. It cannot enter within. It like a dust sitting on the mirror. It sits on your awareness and fades away. My child is in a hospital, then my heart is feeling. I am his mother. I feel my child is in the hospital. It touches my heart. Constantly it is in my awareness. But when the child becomes all right and again starts going to school, the awareness eliminates from your awareness. Suppose you are doing japa with great love for God, and the japa enters from mind to this awareness, prajna. From manas, it enters to prajna. It remains forever. It becomes ajapa japa. Constant japa is going on independent of you. Without doing, you just listen often and see, observe that it's going on, like a perennial stream or a fountain, spring. So it is coming out as spring. This is what we see here. Enshrining God in the heart means it is beyond the feeling heart. It is the core of my existence, on pivot on which my stula, sukshma, karana, sharira are mounted. Jagrat, swapna, shushupti, avasthas I am going, waking, dreaming and deep sleep, just by extending my existence to the physical body and withdrawing my existence, the individual consciousness expands and contracts. The individual expansion is a part of the cosmic existence, and its radiation, like sun and sun's rays, the consciousness expands as the rays of sun. The real consciousness remains one with the absolute consciousness. So this makes me pass through the waking, dreaming and deep sleep. On what is it mounted? My pure existence. That existence is a part of the universal existence, the absolute existence. And that is my real self. There I am enshrining God means my whole bodily, all layers of existence, my stula, sukshma, karana, all aspects of my existence is pervaded by His presence. I am aware, I am feeling, seeing and experiencing God pervading all things. I am divine through and through. The moment the heart, God is sitting in the heart, I enshrine Him in my heart. All my whole existence is divinized. My all aspects, my intelligence, my buddhi, manas, all these things, whatever the part of my physical existence also gets divinized. My mind is divinized, my body is divinized, all layers are divinized, all my energies are divinized. So all actions, feelings and thoughts are divinized. My only divine thoughts appear, only divine feelings arouse in my heart. So this is the enshrining. Means a man cannot err, he is beyond error and perfection. He has reached such a height that it flows out into others. A person who has enshrined God is like sun. Sunshine constantly gets radiated. Like that, the moment you enshrine the God in your heart, the whole being, both the spiritual and physical, both the existence of yours, bodily existence and your real existence is pervaded by divinity, and the divinity is flowing out. You need not teach anybody, you need not share with anybody, it flows out. Love flows out. The peace gets radiated everywhere, wherever you go. The sense of I, mine, for me goes away forever. Enshrining God in the heart. First of all, set up God in the shrine of your heart and then deliver lectures as much as you like. Deliver. Don't lecture but deliver. It's flowing out in spite of you. Like sun's rays flow out in spite of the sun. It need not put efforts to push out the... There is no doership, there is no action. It flows out. How will the mere repetition of Brahma profit you if you are not imbued with discrimination and dispassion? Viveka, Vairagya. If wisdom and dispassion, that is non-attachment to things. You are with all others, you are with all things, you are taking care of your property, your family, yet you are like butter in water, floating. When you churn the curds, slowly butter appears, and that butter starts floating in the same buttermilk. It was a part of buttermilk, part and parcel. It has separated. It is floating now. This is dispassion. When churning is going on, to make myself churn and make me separate from the rest of the things is discrimination. Discrimination is, I am fat, I am not the water portion, I am not the buttermilk, I am separating from the buttermilk. To separate, I need discrimination. And separated, I remain dispassion. So, without dispassion, the Brahman is absolute dispassion. It is not just like space. Space has no attachment for anything, but gives room for all things. All types of matter, all types of lives, all type of good and bad things, what we call, are there in space. Space is absolutely unattached. To the extent it doesn't instigate, it has given place for fire and water, air and all things. but it remains untouched by. The fire cannot burn it. Though his fire lives in that space, it cannot burn it. Neither space instigates, burn, burn. No. It doesn't participate. It is dispassion. It has given room, it is living with it, it has one with it. Without it, fire cannot exist. Still, it is unattached, absolutely unattached to the space. To the extent it cannot even burn space. Like that. That is dispassion. How will the mere repetition of Brahma profit you if you are not imbued with discrimination and dispassion? When the moment the awareness of divine comes, it is filled with Viveka. Viveka is wisdom. We have information, knowledge, we know how of many things. That is there, but is not converted into wisdom. When the knowledge gets converted into wisdom, with that the soul starts separating itself in such a way it finds itself expanded in everything. This separation from bodily existence doesn't make you go away from things. The slowly it separates from bodily existence to find itself, it is pervading everything. The knowledge of the self is not breaking away from things. It looks like as if you are breaking away. I am separating from body. Each time I try to meditate, I try to find myself independent of bodily existence. You are going inside. You are crossing one by one layer. Ultimately, when you find yourself, the one, when you pass through the 10th door, the heart, and enter, you suddenly find yourself, oh, what am I? What am I? I am pervading everything. The whole universe is floating in me. That awareness of self. Self, the Atman, is all pervading. It is the self of all jivas. It is the self of all matter. I am pervading everything as Atman. I am pervading everything as Brahman. I am pervading everything as the cosmic consciousness, Samashti Chaitanya. Vyashti Chaitanya, my individual consciousness, is inseparable part of the, because I am seeing from this side, it is inseparable part of the cosmic consciousness. Cosmic consciousness is Ishvara, Paramatma. Individual consciousness is Jivatma, myself and the Lord of the universe, cosmic. I pervade this body and say, I am this body, so I am Jivatman. God pervades the entire universe. He says, I am this universe itself. You are all parts of me. This is the difference between the universal consciousness, Samashti Chaitanya, and individual consciousness, the Vyashti Chaitanya. When God sees at this universe, He says, I am all this. But when we see God, we feel, I am part of God. With self-realization, we understand that we are part of God. He is whole of God. He pervades everything. I remain separate and individual. So from my side, when I look at the same Chaitanya, I feel I am part of the Chaitanya. Till the part dissolves in the absolute. Namarupe vihaya, it becomes, the river becomes one with the ocean. At the entrance, it is leaving back its name and form and becoming one with the ocean. The individual consciousness finds in samadhi, the nirvikalpa samadhi, oneness with the absolute existence in which the universes appear and disappear. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.